Hello everybody, Mr. Lego Lover 55 here, and welcome to another LEGO set review. Today we're taking a look at set 72005, Aaron's Expo. This set is recommended for ages 8 to 14 and has around 569 pieces. So taking a look at the box here, we've of course got the actual Expo set here, and it kind of sounds like Expo. It's the X-Bow, not Expo with a P. I don't know, it sort of sounds like that, but I've got the set info here on the side, I've got the LEGO Nexo Knights logo there on the top, and the Monstrux, digital Monstrux corner box art, which looks awesome. Then we've got the list of minifigures down there at the bottom. It includes a Murloc power, and if we turn this around, it shows all of the play features on the back, and it shows advertisement for the game and that you can collect a bunch of the Murloc powers. But that's pretty much it for the box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual set. So here is the fully built set, and I'll go ahead and put these guys off to the side, and we'll focus on the main vehicle or build here. So this is Aaron's Expo, and I guess we'll start off with play features. So play feature number one, you can spin these little propeller things. They sort of indicate that you'd want to spin them with the gear. However, spinning them with the gear doesn't exactly work very well, mainly because it's connected to the gear with a pin connection, and that means it's really loose, so it can spin on its own, like even if the gear was locked in place, it can spin without the gear having to move. What I like to do is I just like to hit the actual propellers, and that works a lot better, just like that, instead of using the gears, because when you do the gears, they don't move that fast, and it's not as, I guess, entertaining. But, yeah, there's that. Another play feature, I guess you can open up the cockpit, put Aaron in. The cockpit's sort of loose, though. I'm not sure. That's just how it is, I guess. But that's there. You can close it up simply like that. You can also open up these little panels to fire out some, what are they called? Spring-loaded shooters or missiles or whatever they're called. And basically, you just press down right here on the side, and those just shoot out of the little panels from right here, and you do get an extra one of these just in case you lose one. So just like that, and you can close them up like that, and they're pretty well hidden, so that's pretty neat. And then there's, I guess, sort of the function that I thought, so when I first saw the set was revealed and I saw like the piston right here at the top, I thought this was going to be like, there was going to be like a really cool, complicated, awesome play feature with this, but let's just take a look at that super awesome play feature, complicated play feature. So basically, you just push down on this panel, and it just pushes the piston, and what does that do? It drops down a motorcycle. So, in my live stream, I complained about how this play feature was just overly complicated just to be dropping a motorcycle. Like, there's so many different ways they could have just done that play feature to drop the motorcycle, but instead they chose to do it really complicated with like a piston piece and everything, which I didn't really understand. But just being honest, after I first built it, it's sort of growing on me. I'm not sure why. So, you've got that. Let me just put Aaron's Expo off to the side. We've got the motorcycle here. This is Robin's motorcycle. And play features, you can roll it around. It's got stud shooters, so you can shoot studs and lose them. Okay, that actually landed in a good spot, so I can find it again and put it back in. So you got stud shooters, and you've got a place to actually store his hammer weapon, which I guess that's his weapon now. And, yeah, that's pretty much all the play features. You can push that up and down if you want. But what's actually, I guess, sort of the redeeming function about this overly complicated play feature, the redeeming quality, is that you can actually pick up the motorcycle back up from the ground instead of, it doesn't have to be just a dropping mechanism. It could also be a picking up mechanism, just like that. And I don't know why I like this. I feel like I like it sort of because it reminds me of a Mars mission set. I remember seeing this commercial for like one of the larger spaceships, and it was able to pick up like a little mini, I guess, rover type of drilling vehicle or something. It just reminds me of that, and I don't know, just doing that is really fun. So, that's personal bias, so that's sort of why it's been growing on me. At first I wasn't a big fan of it, but now I sort of like it, now that I actually have it in hand. Because I actually didn't know that you could pick the bike back up, but apparently you can, which is pretty cool. I guess another play feature I did forget to mention on the Expo is that you can sort of adjust or position the wing parts. So they're on hinges, or no, they're on Technic pins, and basically you can move them forward and back, as you can see, just like that. It's not very useful. It doesn't really do anything other than just make it look a little bit more dynamic and all that, but it's there. But something I also do like about this set is that it has a place to store all of the weapons and shields and stuff. So you have the gun right here. It suggests you should put the gun right there, but you can flick it off easily just like that. I didn't like that, so I found a better place for it, and that is right in this Technic axle hole right there. I just like to put it in there on either side. Doesn't really matter, and it stays in there very well. You can't just flick it off easily, and it doesn't really get in the way of like the handle or anything, which is very nice. So I like to put it there, even though they suggested that you put it there. I don't like that because it falls off easily, and it's very just noticeable. But yeah, you can put the shields here on the side, so we'll take a look at the shields later. And then you've also got the Murloc power up here on the front at the top. Whoops. So that's there. But overall, I think that's pretty much, those are all of the play features for the Expo. So I'm going to move this off to the side and bring in this guy. So he's got this jetpack, and it's just like a jetpack or sort of glider. You can fly it around. It's neatly built. I like the use of these pieces to give it some nice shaping. It's got stud shooters, which shoot out the tech critters, which are always nice to get. You can build like an army of those. And yeah, and this just has a lot of nice translucent green, or jungle green pieces, as I like to call them. So it's just a really neat build. I guess not exactly necessary, but I feel like it sort of is to go up against an airborne vehicle or whatever. But that is pretty... Let me just bring it back to the Expo. So I think that's pretty much it for the set itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures and Nexo powers and all of that stuff. So the first minifigure we have here is Aaron. And if you want to scan that Nexo power, you can do so right now. Just like that. So I'm not sure what that one's called, but I'm pretty sure that is not a new one. I believe that came in another set from last year. But it's still neat to get, I guess, because I never got that set. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I like the gold armor, except the only thing I just don't like about having Aaron in this set is that he comes in another set. He comes in the Twin Vector set, so he's actually the only knight who comes, if you get all of the 2018 Nexo Knight sets, then this is the only duplicate knight that you will be getting, which I don't exactly like. I would be nice if there was just like one, if each of the knights were exclusive to just each set or whatever. But, oh well, I guess. He's got some nice golden armor, which, for some reason, gold armor just indicates the end, just gold in general, just seems to indicate the end of LEGO themes. Got Nexo Knights, Bionicle, G1, got Ninjago, but that was, the Ninjago with, Season 2, but it got brought back, and they're doing golden armor again, but I doubt it's going to end again. So that Ninjago's sort of the exception, I guess. But yeah, there is this face print. Unfortunately, no new face print, so that kind of sucks we didn't get a new face print for the last wave. So yeah, if we take off his armor and get a better look at his printing, which is pretty nice, very detailed, and it's not... But yeah, take a look at his back printing there, which also, again, looks pretty nice. But that is pretty much it here for Aaron. Next up here is Robin, and he's in his Black Knight outfit, but what's the most surprising thing about him is that he has long legs, and unfortunately, due to Nexo Knight's cancellation, we'll probably never figure out why he's like this, so maybe he gets older somehow, or maybe they just added in the legs so that he can fit in the motorcycle. I don't really know. If he does get older in the show, we'll never find out, I guess, why, or maybe just like, maybe a lot of time has passed or something. I don't know, but... it's unfortunate, we'll never know. RIP Season 5. But anyways, you can see he's holding the Murloc power. I believe that is the Hammer of Murloc, so if you want to scan that, go ahead and do so right now. But I'm going to actually switch that one out for the other Nexo power included in this set. This one, I forgot what this one was called. I think that one's Goosebumps, but this one's come in another set, which I do have, so that's a sort of not an exclusive power, but oh yeah, oh well. Also forgot to mention that these guys have gold shields, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Robin's got a hammer here, which is very simply built, but very nicely built as well. Can take off his helmet, and he has a new face print, which is pretty cool. He's got another expression there, which is neat. And if we take off the golden armor, you can get a better look at his printing there on the front and on the back. And unfortunately, there is no leg printing at all, but that's okay. This here is Van Biter number 307. That's what it said on the box, so it's a name, I guess. But yeah, these guys are sort of generic, I guess. They're not exactly characters, but they're just mainly like army builder type figures. But yeah, can take off that. There's a better look at his face print. Let me just take off the armor, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I can. There's a better look. He has a spear, very generic weapon, sort of boring. He's got some leg printing, which does look really cool. And there's his back printing and his alternate face expression, which looks awesome. And that is pretty much it for this figure. And the last figure we have here is a Cyber Biter. And one thing I actually did forget to mention with Aaron is that he has this little bow thing which can shoot. And you do get an extra one of the little projectiles, so I forgot to mention that, because this guy also has a bow which you can shoot, just like that, and if you lose it, you do get an extra one of those projectiles as well in green. I might have lost it. Okay, no, I found it. They're just under the camera stand. But yeah, he has a bow which I think is neatly built. It uses these new pieces. But he is built just like any of the other Cyber Biters you would get in some of the other sets, but still pretty neat to get. He's got two face expressions. That's one, and that's the other. And that's pretty much it for this figure. So now we'll go ahead and take a quick look here through the instruction manuals. So there are two. I've got the small one here. So on the front, pretty much same stuff as on the front of the box with the number 1 booklet there. Here it shows that you should open up the bags according to their number. And we've got instructions, then it tells you to go to the next booklet. And the next one, which is larger, again, same stuff as on the front of the box with the number 2 booklet there. Instructions, and then we have the final product. It shows how to do some of the play features. Our good old list of pieces, which goes on for 2 pages. Advertisements for some of the other 2018 Nexo Night sets, as well as the game. And advertisement for LEGO Life, and that's pretty much it. So, let's go ahead and move on to the end of the video. Okay, so when I first saw this set revealed, I was not a big fan of it, and I planned to not pick it up at all. However, after some time passed, it went on sale at my local Target for like 30% off, and I got it. It was originally like $50, I think, and I ended up getting it for like, I think, maybe $35 or something. I can't remember exactly, but it was 30% off. That's all I know. I can remember. I'll just say I'm happy I got it at that price. I don't think I would have gotten it at full price, and mainly because I still thought it was a bad set. However, I don't think it's a bad set anymore. I mainly was just disappointed by that play feature. I saw Jang's review and I saw how the play feature works, and I was like, that is a lame play feature. I thought it would do something more than just drop a motorcycle, but I don't know, that feature's really grown on me for some reason. It might be because of that Mars mission commercial, but I can't really say for sure. But overall, the figures, really the main figure I really like in this set is Robin. He's a pretty cool figure. He's, I believe he's exclusive, or, like, just this variant of Robin is exclusive. I don't think really, the torso printing is not exclusive. That comes with the Black Knight mech. The face printing might be exclusive. I can't say for sure, though. I also forgot to mention that you do get 3 of these little tech critters in total, so you get 3 of those, which is nice. I love those things. But overall, it's just a neat playset. It's fun to just swoosh around, and it's fun to drop the motorcycle and pick it back up. I don't know why, because I was really I don't know. I was expecting more, but sometimes I guess simple is the way to go, I guess. But I don't know. It was just an overcomplicated function, so I wouldn't say it was simple, but overcomplicatedly simple function, that doesn't really make any sense. But I don't know. This set has really grown on me. At first I didn't like it, now I sort of do, but if you can get this at a cheaper price than $50, I would go for it. But even $50 isn't exactly a bad price either, because you get 569 pieces for $50, and that's a fairly decent price to part ratio. That's a pretty good one, actually. But in terms of like the massive stuff, I mean, that's really up to you to decide if you would want to get it at full price. But I don't know. I'd say it's really worth getting at a clearance price or cheaper price or whatever, especially since Nexo Nights is ending. A lot of the sets are going on sale, so I think you should start, if you want to get some of the Nexo Night sets, you should probably do so. You should probably hurry up. But anyways, I don't really have a whole lot else to say about this set, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!